This video seemed so much more appropriate before it was 90-some degrees today.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my journey in beauty, where every video is an adventure in makeup, beauty, and YouTube, and I'm inviting you to come along with me. Today's adventure is makeup I can't wait to wear this fall. I did do a summer version of this video, and I will link that up in the cards in case you missed it. Even though summer is over and it is fall here in Colorado, and yet it is over 90 degrees today. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and maybe I'll start cooling off and feeling some fall vibes. I'm going to go into what type of product I'm looking forward to using this fall, and then I'm going to give you a few examples for each. Let's go ahead and start with the palettes. In general, I like pumpkin spice vibes. Don't throw things at me when I say I don't actually like pumpkin spice like lattes or coffee drinks personally. I love pumpkin spice like cookies and bread and things like that. I've been loving a pumpkin yogurt, which I can try and picture on the screen for you here in case you're interested. But overall, I'm looking for darker, richer tones. I'm thinking of plums, I'm thinking of deeper greens, orange like what I'm wearing today, gold, things like that, and I have a few examples for you. One is the newest palette to my collection, and it is the Milani Pure Obsessions. Very reflective, and the packaging always looks dirty, but this is what it looks like. I think it's absolutely stunning. So here are just a few of the shades out of this palette. You can see that nice rusty orange on top, the gold in the middle, and then the bottom is like a plummy brown, just a touch of plum, but it's definitely brown. So I'm definitely looking forward to using this fall, because I really haven't delved into it all that much, but overall it definitely screams fall to me. Next are two palettes from the same brand. One I've had for quite a while, and the other one is rather new to my collection. First and foremost, all drama aside, I am looking forward to using the Subculture from Anastasia Beverly Hills this fall. To me, these are dark, rich tones. I love this shade right here called Roxy, this nice, warm orange, light orange shade called New Wave, this shade called Edge. You've got a burgundy, you've got a deep purple over here. I love this olive green as well as this rich brown called Fudge. The whole palette just screams fall. It reads autumnal to me, and I cannot wait to use it. I used this recently. I'll throw a look up on the screen for you. When I was feeling fall one day, I did a look with this palette, and I can't wait to use it some more this fall. Next is another palette from ABH, and it is the Soft Glam palette. This is my newest ABH palette in my collection, and I love it. Some people skipped out on this palette because it is very neutral, but for me, the reason I was drawn to this palette, besides the unique shimmer shades in here, but for me, I really love and appreciate the richness of the neutrals in this palette. I love this shade Orange Soda, you've got Burnt Orange, and all of these really rich shades, as well as this burgundy shade called Mulberry up here. And then you have like three different golds. You have this gold, and this gold over here. So I'm definitely going to be reaching for this fall, and I can't wait to see what looks I come up with. I also am looking forward to using the Modern Renaissance, but that's nothing new to you guys. So I just decided to skip it. But last and certainly not least, and I do have other palettes in my collection that I will look forward to using this fall, but these are the four that specifically scream autumn to me. And the last one is the palette I used today. This is the Morphe 35F, which is called Fall into Frost, and this is what it looks like. You do have a row of mattes up top here, and then the rest is shimmer And to me, this just looks like every shade of autumn leaves that you could want. The shades that I used today, other than the mattes that I used to build the look, I used this purpley plum shade in the outer corner, and I used this, and then I used this rusty orange shade all over the lid. And I also used those shades on the lower lash line. Everything's falling over. This is kind of the day. And then in a minute, I'll show you what I used in the inner corner, but just to give you a little glimpse into this palette, these are the two main shades that I have on my eyes today, and they're just gorgeous. I definitely am getting pumpkin spice vibes here. And then I did, just for a little pop, I used a purple eyeliner from L'Oreal on my waterline, and I really like it. I'm gonna put a close-up on the screen for you here. But overall, I really love this palette, and I just don't reach for it. But now all of a sudden that, you know, fall is setting in and the leaves are starting to change and what have you, I am like definitely looking forward to using this, and that is the palettes. Let's go ahead and talk blush, because you know I love it, and there went my light, so I apologize. In general, for fall, I'm just looking forward to using warmer tone blushes, orangey, even getting over there into the brown category, and I have a few examples. First is just an orangey, very warm blush, and we did receive this recently from BoxyCharm. This is from Note Cosmetics, and the shade is called Desert Rose. It's just very nice and warm. It's not what I have on today, but just to give you a picture of what I'm talking about, for me, this would be a perfect fall blush. But this is what that blush looks like from Note. And then next is a blush I've had in my collection for a little while, and it's no longer available, but again, these are just tones and colors and types of products that I'm looking forward to. You don't need these exact same products to replicate any looks that I might do with these products. You just need a similar color, or pick what you are drawn to wearing for this fall. So this is the Patrick Starrr and MAC blush duo in the shade I'm Not Blushing. I really like, you know, you have this orangey tone, and then you also have this brown tone. You can use them separately or you can swirl them together, which is what I do, and it is what I'm wearing today. And I just really love this blush. It's absolutely perfect for fall. And this is what she looks like. It does have a little sheen. The brown is matte, but the peachy shade has got a luminosity to it, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. It looks fresh, it looks healthy, and I'm definitely going to be using this a lot this fall. And last is a rather new product to my collection. I did pick this up at Marshall's for a steal, and it comes from Butter London, and it is the Simply Sweet Blush Clutch. You do get 3 blushes in here, and this one is definitely not for me for fall, but I am specifically speaking of these 2 shades right here. And as you can see, this one in the middle is definitely very much to the brown. So I do think it could also double as a bronzer if you wanted it to. Here's that brown shade that I was talking about, but you can see it's very much a warm brown. Here comes the light again, and then here is that other peachy shade. So overall, these are the shades that I'm looking forward to wearing on my cheeks this fall. Next, let's go ahead and talk about what goes right on top of my blush, and that is highlight. I have 2 tones that I'm looking forward to using this fall, and that is a peachy highlight and a golden highlight. For peachy, I do have the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. It is very much a peachy highlighter. It is what I'm wearing today, and it is also what I'm wearing on my inner corner, if you can see it there, as well as a little bit on the brow bone. I love this all year long. I think a peachy highlight is very flattering with my warm undertones, but I specifically love this one and I can't wait to get more use out of it this fall. I think it's overall just going to be flattering, especially when paired with these warmer blushes that I plan to use. And then the golden highlight that I kind of forgot about, I think I revived this and used it in my BoxyCharm unboxing the other day whenever it went up, and it is one I got from BoxyCharm, which is why I used it. This is the BECCA Shimmering. Blah! This is the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Prossecco Pop, and this is definitely a beautiful gold. When I think of this highlighter, I always think of it being darker than it is, and when I used it on my skin the other day, I actually really loved how it looked. It is a nice gold. Holy reflection, Batman. It is a nice gold, but it's not too dark for my skin tone. Again, because I have warmer undertones, I think I'll be able to continue to pull that off through the fall. And I'm looking forward to getting some use out of it because I really haven't been using it all that much. It just kind of hangs out in my collection like, hey, Kyra, over here. Now, let's get into lippies. I have a few examples, but overall, I'm looking for more darker and vampy, if you will, lip shade, especially warm tones like what I'm wearing today. And the product I'm wearing today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Ashton. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you, even though you can see it is on my lips. I do have a gloss over it just because that tends to be what I do with liquid lipsticks to make them more comfortable, is I'll put just a little bit of gloss in the center and kind of my lips together. So this is what it looks like. It's a really beautiful, warm, brown, terracotta shade. I'm horrible at descriptions, but I do really love this color. The next shade that I am looking forward to using, though, is one of my favorite lipsticks from MAC. This is in their matte formula, and it is the shade Whirl. This is what it looks like. For me, this is just a deeper nude. I do also have the matching lip liner, and this is what she looks like. You can see it's very similar to the shade Ashton, just not quite as warm, but it's definitely a deeper nude, and it feels very fall to me when I wear it. And last, I have this little mini lipstick from Bite Beauty, and this is in the shade Chai. You're gonna see just how close these three shades are. Again, it's leaning toward that reddish berry tone, but it still has a little bit of warmth in there, and I think it's just gonna be fabulous for this fall. So that is it for makeup. However, I do have a bonus mention. Only had this for a couple weeks. It was a point perk that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. I love Nest fragrances, and I have several, but this one I had never tried before, and this is absolutely fall in a bottle for me, and it is called the Cocoa Woods Eau de Parfum, and this is what the little bottle looks like. This is a roller ball, and I actually don't mind it. I do find these fragrances from Nest to be lasting on me even when they are in a roller ball form. But what I like about this one and what makes it feel autumnal to me is that it has a nice spicy woodsy scent to it, but just on top of that is a little scent of chocolate. That's where the cocoa part comes in. And I just think it's fantastic. It absolutely makes me feel like curling up with a book and some hot tea, chai latte, coffee with some pumpkin, maybe not pumpkin spice, but cinnamon creamer maybe. And I just really like this. I would definitely consider purchasing the full size of it, and I highly recommend it for for fall. So these are all the makeup products and a fragrance that I am looking forward to using from my collection for fall. I'm encouraging you to go ahead and go shop your stash and start looking at things with a fall vibe, things that you want to pay special attention to this fall. And I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful autumn makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon. Bye.